John! How many years has it been since you left home?
What? Who cares how many years it's been? I have no intention of coming back.
You act all tough, but don't you still live in the same city? You actually want me to come and visit you, right? Should I come over?
What are you talking about?
You probably meant to keep your address a secret, but I found out where you live!
Oh, okay. I already knew that you know the apartment I live in.
Huh?
But neither you or Mom and Dad have any interest in me, do you?
What makes you say that?
Mom and Dad didn't care about me from the start. And you seem to have been satisfied when she stole my ex-girlfriend.
Ah, so that's how you see things.
I'll just move again if you stop bothering me.
Oh, I see. I get it. So that's how it is.
What is it? You're creeping me out.
What if I told you that I was actually bothering you in a way you wouldn't notice? And that it's bringing you a lot of misfortune?
Huh?
Well, I guess there's no use in trying to keep it a secret, so I'll tell you.
What is it?
You haven't noticed that I stole your girl again, haven't you?
Huh?
Not only that, but it seems that I accidentally impregnated your wife!
What are you talking about? What is this about my wife?
I'm saying that your wife is now pregnant with my child! Which means that it's time for you to get divorced!
Oh, is that so? I'm just gonna ask, but how many days has it been since you got pregnant?
Last time she told me she said it was 11 weeks. Well, get divorced as soon as possible, alright? I can't believe I was able to steal your girl a second time! You're pathetic, Jack!
I see. You know, you should really not get too excited with your jokes, Mark.
What?
Fine then.
Wait a minute! I wasn't joking! I was being serious!
Hi, Scarlett. I just checked into the hotel.
Hi, John. You must be tired.
Can I ask you a weird question? Sorry if it makes you uncomfortable.
What is it?
Have you met my brother Mark before?
What? Your brother? No, I never have.
That's what I thought. There's no way you two have met before.
Why'd you ask?
You see, I got a text from my brother this afternoon that will probably make you really disgusted.
A text that would make me really disgusted? What was it about?
It's probably fastest if I just show you our conversation. But I'm worried that you'll get really upset.
Just give me a summary, will you?
He told me to divorce you since you're pregnant with his child.
Huh?
You said something about you being pregnant for 11 weeks now.
No, there's already no way it can be true then.
Right. Which is why I don't believe a word he said. I just thought I should tell you about it.
Got it. Thanks. I'll stay at home until you get home tomorrow just to be safe. I'll probably be glued to the laptop since I'm so busy with work anyways. And I already have enough food, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
And? What are you going to do about your brother?
Well, it depends on what my brother decides to do from now on. I'll need to wait and see what he does first.
Got it. Tell me if I can help.
Sorry for causing trouble. It's my problem, not yours.
It's fine. I knew the situation you were in when we got married. So, no need to worry about it.
Thanks.
What's up, John? You prepared to divorce her yet? I mean, it's not like you have a choice. Your wife's pregnant with my child.
There's something I want to ask you, Mark.
What?
Are you employed right now?
Huh? What's this about suddenly?
You're gonna have a child. You'll need money to raise him or her. You'll need to be able to support your family once you're a father.
What? What are you worrying about? Your wife's rich, so there's no need for me to work.
I mean, I guess it's possible for the wife to earn money and for you to do the housework.
That's not what I meant. I've never done any housework in my life. But it's fine if I don't work.
That's ridiculous.
That's the kind of marriage I wanted. Which is why I decided to steal your wife after I found out about her.
What do you mean?
Your wife inherited a huge amount of money, right?
What, inheritance?
Which is why I came up with the perfect plan to steal your wife. So that's how it is. I really am sorry for you. Now the $1 million of inheritance is mine.
I have one more question.
What is it? You really don't give up, do you?
You keep talking about my wife, so you must know her name, right?
Of course I know her name! It just feels better to call her your wife. It gives me this sense of superiority.
Then what's her name?
Amanda!
Huh? Amanda?
I answered your question. You happy now? Just get divorced already, will you? Hey, John! It's already been 1 week! How's the progress going with the divorce? When's it going to happen?
Why do you keep talking about me and my wife divorcing?
Huh?
Even if she is pregnant with your child, you're still rushing things too much. Is there some other reason?
Not really.
I was just kidding. I already guessed as to what was going on from what I found out in the past week. Dad's company is on the brink of bankruptcy, right?
What?
You knew that at this rate, you guys wouldn't be able to support yourselves anymore. That's when you found out from somewhere about my marriage and heard that my wife was the daughter of a wealthy entrepreneur who inherited a huge amount of money after our parents' death. You first broke up with my ex-girlfriend Kate, and then came up with a plan to steal my wife.
You found out that much?
I was able to contact Kate through a friend. She told me everything.
That bitch! Yes, what you're saying is true. But you're too late, aren't you? Amanda already wanted to divorce you when we first met. Getting divorced was only a matter of time.
Oh, is that so?
Amanda said that if I helped her to get divorced with you, she would use some of her money to help Dad's company. Which means that she agreed to me stealing you from her and making her pregnant.
I see. So you were depending on the inheritance money you planned to steal, huh? But isn't that a bit strange? My wife's parents are currently in Hawaii on vacation.
What?
I just talked to them yesterday through video chat. They're still pretty healthy, so it's a bit too early to be talking about inheritance money.
What are you talking about? But Amanda's...
My wife isn't named Amanda.
What?
My wife's been living abroad since she was 12 due to her parents' work. I met her 2 years ago while I was abroad on work. She only returned to Japan 2 weeks ago for our marriage. which is why it's impossible for her to have been pregnant for 11 weeks. Or for you to have even met her.
Hold on. I don't understand what you're saying. Then Amanda is...
Amanda is Kate's younger sister.
Huh?
Apparently Amanda was the kind of person who wanted to steal everything that was her sister's, including her sister's boyfriend. While I was going out with Kate, she would always attempt to seduce me and steal me from her sister.
What?
But then you stole Kate from me and we broke up, so Amanda left too. My life suddenly became so much more peaceful.
Huh? How could your life have been peaceful after your girlfriend got stolen?
That's how much Amanda was a bother to me. After she lost interest in me, she started waiting for a chance to steal her sister's new boyfriend, you. She found out about Dad's company being on the brink of bankruptcy, made up this story about her being my wife who inherited a fortune from her parents. She knew you would try and steal her from me.
So the inheritance is...
She made it all up. The fact that I actually got married recently was a coincidence. You could have easily checked the family registry and found out that Amanda was lying, but you didn't. Amanda might even be lying about her being pregnant, so you should really make sure.
What?
Seems like we've cleared the misunderstanding, so I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Oh, one more thing. For some reason, you think that I still live in the same city, but I found a new job and moved someplace else right after you stole Kate from me 3 years ago.
What?
Someone else is in my old apartment now, so don't bother your neighbors by trying to barge in or something.
Wait! You didn't tell me your wife's name yet!
I won't tell you.
Then tell me your new address!
No thanks.
What?
Bye! I told him not to do it, but it seems Mark tried to barge into the apartment room I used to live in. There was no nameplate on the front, but apparently this was because the new resident didn't want to have to deal with door salesmen. My nuisance of a brother kept knocking on the door and shouting my name, saying that Amanda lied about being pregnant and that she left him. He said to hand over my real wife instead. Obviously, he was caught by the police. He got off with a warning, but apparently the news of him being arrested was enough to bring down Dad's company. Later on, the whole family started barraging me with texts telling to give them money, since now they were in debt. That's when I decided to change my phone number.
Bella? Are you there? I'm really shocked and I really need your help right now. I don't know if I can handle this alone. Yes, what's bothering you, Alyssa? I'm willing to assist you in any way possible. That's what friends are for, right? I know that I can always count on you, Bella. I'm so grateful to have found a true friend like you. So what is your concern? Do you feel comfortable to share it with me? Whatever your problem is, I'm always willing to support you all the way. Well, what I'm about to say may sound crazy. And you may think that I'm paranoid, but yesterday, when I was doing the laundry, I found a brownish strand of hair on my husband's shirt. My husband and I both have blonde hair, so it must come from another person. I don't know, Bella, but I have a hunch that John is hiding something from me. He may be having an affair with another woman. Gosh, you need to relax, Alyssa. It's just simply a strand of hair. Honestly, it could have been anyone else's hair. It might come from the hairdresser, maybe. Or even John's clients. I mean, he's a property consultant. So it's not uncommon for him to meet new people every day, and maybe greet them with some business hugs. I know, Bella. Initially, I also thought the same thing as you. But when I reflect on the whole situation, I notice that John has been behaving abnormally recently. He comes home later than usual. He skips dinner every now and again. He goes on business trips more often. When I contacted John's co-workers, I even found out he lied about his work hours. Alyssa, think more rationally. It's just the nature of his job, you know? Being a property consultant means that you have to travel frequently, meet up with different people. or have dinner with them to further discuss their business. I mean, his job doesn't have a fixed working time, so there's a high chance that even John's colleagues can't keep track of his schedules. Well, you do have a point in what you're saying, but I still feel that something is not right about John. It's difficult to express in words, but I don't really know. I just rely on the instinct of a married woman. Come on now, Alyssa. You can't accuse John of cheating on you simply based on something rather vague like your instinct. You need proof. Like, material proof. I know, but you're my best friend. You gotta trust me. I can tell for a fact that John is not himself anymore. Especially if you compare him now to what he was like when we first got married. Alyssa, need I remind you that 10 years have passed since your wedding? Of course John has to change. And so are you. I know he's changed, but not that kind of change. I feel like he's been cold to me, and he doesn't take good care of me like he used to. When I talk about how my day was like our kids' achievements at school, it seems like he just tuned out and didn't pay the slightest attention. Sometimes I even caught him smiling to himself when he read something on his phone. I'm well aware that you're feeling insecure and confused right now. Nevertheless, I don't think it's a good idea to come to a conclusion so quickly. Once you tell him what's going on in your mind, he will definitely get angry, which only leads to meaningless fights and arguments. On this account, the best advice I can give you right now is just to lie and wait. So you're just gonna expect me to do nothing about it? I can't stand being treated like an idiot anymore. Just hear me out, okay? Your job is to pretend that nothing has happened and fulfill your duty as a wife like you always do. As for me, I'll help you keep an eye on John. If I find out anything suspicious about his activities, I pick up my phone and inform you immediately. Bella, are you seriously gonna do this for me? Well, yeah, what did I tell you? A friend in need is a friend indeed. I can't leave you all by yourself in times like this. I got your back, Alyssa. Don't you worry about a thing. Bella, I'm really lost for words right now. You're such an angel to me. I honestly don't know what I can do to repay you for your kindness and eagerness in helping me. Repay me? Don't be so formal. I've always considered you as my sister since the first day we met, and I still do. Nonetheless, I seriously don't think that your husband is guilty of infidelity. I mean, he still gives you the same amount of allowance every month, right? Well, not the same amount. Recently, he gives me even more than he used to. As of now, I receive $6,000 from him every month to take care of the daily expenses. There you go! See? If he actually had an affair, he would spend all of his money to keep his mistress well supplied. I tell you, he won't be left with a single penny, let alone $6,000 every month. Well, I guess your reasons can be trusted. But still, please help me keep track of John's activities whenever you can. I will also pull on my weight and try to find some more convincing evidence. Just leave it all to me. Everything's gonna be just fine. I promise. Thank you, Bella. You're the best friend I've ever had. Bella? Have you found any valuable proof of my husband's secret affair? Not yet, Alyssa. I've been spying on him for a week now and I haven't noticed anything strange at all. I spied on him whenever he leaves his workplace. I stalked his social media. I even bribed his coworkers so they can provide us with useful information. So far, none of my efforts actually paid off. Oh, really, Bella? Did you do all of this for me? Should I bow down and express my gratitude? Nice joke, Alyssa. But why did you say that? I really don't get what you mean. What I meant to say was, you're a shameless betrayer. You knew all along that my husband was cheating on me, but you helped him conceal it. What are you talking about, Alyssa? I have nothing to do with John having an affair behind your back. Please don't misunderstand me. Misunderstand? No, there's nothing called misunderstanding here. All I know is that my ears never betray me, and from what I overheard, you were colluding with John to deceive me. This is all just a big lie that you and John made up. And I'm just a puppet between being tossed back and forth. Alyssa, darling, I think you're not thinking straight right now. If you just take a moment to calm down, clear your mind, and tell me what exactly you meant by what you said earlier. Oh, sure. Let me make it very clear to you. The other day, my husband and I were having dinner together. Suddenly, a message was sent to his phone and his countenance changed as he read it. After that, my husband said that he needed to go into the restroom, noticing that something was off. I decided to follow my instinct and tailed him. To my surprise, he wasn't talking with his mistress, but with you. With me? How can you be so sure of it? Well, based on what I heard, he mentioned your name and he said thank you for warning him about my suspicion. He even had the nerve to laugh and insult me, saying that I was dumb to blindly believe everything he told me. Why were you lying to me this whole time? I haven't done anything bad to offend you. I even see you as my best friend. So, you already figured it out, huh? Hey, listen, Alyssa. I know it was wrong of me to keep it a secret from you. It's just, I seriously don't have a clue how to reveal the truth without hurting your feelings. From the bottom of my heart, I swear, all I ever wanted was just to keep you safe. Keep me safe? All you were doing was destroying my marriage and making me become nothing but a fool. Hey, I wasn't the one to blame for your marital conflict. It's your own husband and his promiscuity, remember? Look, I admit that I didn't inform you about your husband's secret affair right when I found out about it, because I wanted to keep you safe. But as soon as I got to hear about your doubts and fears, I've already made up a plan in my mind to help you regain justice. What plan? Explain it. Easy, Alyssa. We're on the same boat, remember? Look, my plan is to play dumb and make John believe that I'm still on his side. After that, I'll find a way to approach him, wait for the right moment to try to catch him off guard, and take some pictures or even videos of him alongside with his mistress. So far, I haven't made any significant progress yet. It's because John has a whole bag of tricks that he can use to cover his sin. So, how did you find out about his secret lover? Well, I accidentally saw him behaving intimately with his mistress only one time when they got out of the car and headed to a hotel. They were wearing glasses and dressed very discreetly. It took me a while to actually realize it was John. Since then, your husband was very careful not to repeat the same mistake as he did. What? Hotel? This is way beyond my endurance. I'm gonna call John and make him clear things out. Alyssa, listen to me. Don't let your anger take its toll on you, okay? I was so close to getting my hands on compelling evidence that would make John dumbfounded and have nothing else to say other than admit his wrongdoing. So just be patient, Alyssa. I got your back. I don't know, Bella. The fact that you helped John to conceal his infidelity has tarnished my trust for you. Look, I'm aware of my improper act and I promise to fix everything to redeem myself. So just please give me a chance, Alyssa. We're in this together. You have my word. Fine. I'll give you one last chance for the sake of our long-term friendship. Just don't ever hide anything from me. Ever again. Hey, Alyssa. Guess what? I have great news to tell you. What is it, Bella? Did you find any useful evidence to accuse my husband of his cheating? You bet I did. It wasn't easy, though. But it's definitely it. Well, what are you waiting for? Send it to me right away. I can't wait to finally throw off John's mask from his deceitful and hypocritical face. About that, Alyssa, I don't know how to put it, but it took me quite some time and money to get these valuable pictures. So, I was wondering, maybe my enormous effort should also be well compensated with a suitable reward. Just saying. And I think you got the picture, right? What do you mean with reward? What exactly do you want out of this? I thought you were helping me on behalf of our friendship. Wait, are you asking for money? Well, I did lend you a hand out of good intentions. To be honest, if I didn't consider you my best friend, I would have gone for a higher price. Anyways, let me get straight to the point. Just give me $50,000 and you'll receive the evidence right away. Oh! I'm granted a discount thanks to being your friend? Should I be grateful about it and send you flowers to express my gratitude? Obviously, you clearly don't have any sense of shame, do you? Alyssa, don't be so harsh on me. I promised to help you, and I did. What more do you have to complain about? Why didn't you state it in the beginning that you wanted money in exchange for the good deed you blessed me with? Well, I didn't plan to ask you for money at all. It's just that I had to pay some unexpected fees, that's all. What kind of fees add up to $50,000? Do you think I'm a joke to you? Do you think I'm stupid or what? Hey, don't raise your voice at me when you're the one who's owing me a big favor. Didn't I tell you? I had to bribe John's colleagues and hire a trusted private detective to follow him. You know how expensive detective services can get these days, right? But I didn't ask you to resort to a private detective. We didn't say or agree on anything like that. I know. But how are you gonna solve the case if you didn't find yourself a private detective? I don't know, but at least before deciding to take any measures, you gotta tell me about it firsthand. Instead, you just took me by surprise and asked me for a large amount of money out of nowhere. On the other hand, if I got to know your intention was to hire a private detective, I would have hired him myself. I know, but can't you just consider it a little extra to cover my expenses? I mean, you can't ask me to pay such a ridiculously large sum of money like that. After all, it's your business to deal with your own husband. I just happened to accidentally get involved and decided to help you out because you're my bestie. If I were to discover your evil intention in the first place, I would have been strongly against it. Don't you even dare talk about our friendship or anything like that. It disgusts me a whole lot. Alyssa, you gotta trust me. I did what I did out of my concerns and care for your own good. Plus, I also have another thing to confess. It's about my mother. What's wrong with your mother? Well, she suddenly seriously fell ill. And you know, with my current financial situation, how can I provide her with proper medical treatment? This leaves me no choice but to ask you for money. Really? Your mom fell ill? Why didn't you tell me about your mom's medical problem in the first place? If I got hold of that information before, I would be more than glad to help you out. However, I suggest we should meet up in a discreet location to avoid raising any unnecessary suspicion from John's side. Are you happy with the evidence that I gave you? Bella, how dare you give me a blank USB drive? Didn't we seal our deal? I transfer $50,000 to your bank account as promised, and in exchange, you'll give me the full evidence of my husband's infidelity? And why should I ever do that? Honestly, your $50,000 is nothing compared to what John's been giving me for the last 1 year to hush up his scandal. Your husband is so generous. I bet he could make over several dozen $1,000s a month without breaking a sweat, right? What? So you've been playing on both sides all along? You got it correct. Now, if you excuse me, I have some money to spend. So long, naive Alyssa. It was fun playing the game of cat and mouse with you, but I already got tired of it. Plus, now that I got what I aimed for in the beginning, the only thing left for me is to come up with great ideas on how to spend my money wisely. Don't you think? You greedy and shameless broad! How could you come up with such a twisted scheme to deceive your own friend? Friend? I have no friends. Money is my one and only companion. The only thing that maintains our friendship all those years is your well-off husband. If I had to speak the truth, the thought of hitting on your husband did come across my mind a few times, though. Imagine if my husband were wealthy as John. I would be living a life showered with money and luxury gifts. You're truly disgusting. Greed has consumed you and your soul. I can't believe that I once considered a scoundrel like you my friend. I even praised your willingness to provide me assistance without thinking twice. Yeah, that one made me laugh the most. In fact, My stomach still hurts from laughing when I think about it. No wonder why you were so eager to help me search for evidence. It was a not-to-be-missed opportunity for you to roll out your evil scheme. And that thing about your mom falling ill was also a deception, correct? Yeah. How can it be true? My mom is still well and alive, thank you. Well, you could only blame yourself for not checking with my mom firsthand. If you did, you would have avoided my trap easily. And what makes you so confident that I fell into your trap? Well, you sent the money, right? Technically, you've already lost that money, haven't you? I lost the money? Bella? If I were you right now, I wouldn't be so sure. Have you checked your mailbox today? You might find something interesting in there. Like a summon letter from the police, perhaps. What? Why does the police have anything to do with me? Don't try to threaten me, 'cause it ain't working. Look, let me break it to you once and for all. On the day we were exchanging money and evidence, I surreptitiously carried a mini tape recorder in my pocket to record our conversation. Correct me if I'm wrong. You even threatened to distribute the evidence of my husband's unfaithfulness on the internet to ruin both John's and my reputation if I didn't give you the requested money. A recorded conversation, in conjunction with the amount I transferred to your bank, are more than enough to start a lawsuit against you for the crime of extortion. Extortion? You're crazy! I don't buy anything you said at all. So don't waste your time to scare me. Well, you'll be hearing from the court soon enough. So I don't even bother wasting my breath explaining everything to you. Prepare to defend yourself with some logical explanations and excuses in trial. You can't do this to me! I'm your one and only best friend! Please withdraw your claim and tell the police that what happened between us is nothing but a misunderstanding. We can be friends, right? I mean, I did keep my promise and helped you find the evidence. Friend, being my friend is a luxury that despicable people like you don't deserve. I've had enough betrayal from my husband, so I don't need to have another traitor like you exist in my world. Now please just do me a favor and disappear from my life, traitor! Eventually, Bella had to face the consequence of her wrongdoing. Not only was she forced to repay me $50,000, she also received a prison sentence of 6 months. Nonetheless, that alone wasn't the most severe punishment that Bella had to endure. After she got out of jail, she also found out the harsh truth about her husband having an extramarital affair. Well, I guess now she can actually feel what I was going through when I first knew about my John's infidelity. Determined to expose my husband's secret affair, I tracked him down all the way to his hideout with his mistress and caught them red-handed. Finally, John had to admit his guilt, saying that he had been cheating on me for 2 years now. Although I couldn't refrain myself from shedding some tears, I already anticipated what the outcome would look like. After our divorce, me and John both maintained joint custody of our children. Getting to know John was betraying me for 2 years is hard to swallow, and it made me doubt my self-value. Nevertheless, that harsh truth also motivated me to regain control over my own life by making my way back to the labor market and rebuilding my career path. I also learned how to trust my instincts more, to rely on myself instead of anyone else to resolve my own problems. In the end, we're our own heroes, the survivors of our own paths, and it's up to us to shape our life the way we want it to be.